Okay, part two of mobile device troubleshooting. Here are some more common issues you might encounter. For example, the battery doesn't charge. Well, that's a problem. If the battery doesn't charge, then you won't have long to go before it dies out and you won't be able to use the device. Now, for the laptop, you want to check and make sure the battery is connected properly. And you want to check that your power brick is connected to your DC in jack correctly. And, check that the power brick is, the connections are secure on both sides, the AC outlet, the power brick itself, and then the connection to the DC jack. And you want to make sure that you're using the correct battery charger for your laptop. Very important. Sometimes the DC in jack can go bad. It can be damaged. And we showed how you can replace that in a previous lesson. So you want to check for that as well. Otherwise, the battery might be dead as well. Batteries for laptops, they usually have a shelf life of about 5 to 10 years, depending on the usage of the laptop. And on the mobile devices, your battery life is a lot less. It's usually 2 to 5 years, less amount of time for smartphones and more for tablets. But the battery might not charge on a smartphone or tablet because your charger isn't working properly or it's the wrong charger. And again, the battery could go bad over time. So you want to check that. Now, there's other options. There's other possibilities as far as the battery. You might have a swollen battery. When this happens, if you see it, you have to, remove it immediately. Put it in a Ziploc bag and inside a cardboard box and recycle it as need be. Your municipality will have regulations as far as how this is done. And there's a lot of companies that are out there that will come to your organization and pick up these types of swollen batteries or damaged batteries and just get them out of your business real quick. But the swollen battery could happen because of overusage. It could be a very old battery. It could be because of temperature issues. You might be bringing the device from cold climates to warm climates quite often. Temperature and humidity changes could cause this, and especially damage to the battery. If you've dropped the smartphone or the tablet, you could get a swollen battery. So you want to watch out for that. And that'll usually cause it to overheat or cause no power at all. So that no power, if you get no power at all on the device, you got to check the battery. You got to check the connections. You got to make sure that the device is taking a charge. So you want to watch for that amber light. You might have an amber light here that says it's charging, which will turn green when it has completed. Or you might have the amber light here on the laptop. And if you see a red light, that usually means an issue. Either there's a bad charger or a bad battery. So watch out for red lights. You shouldn't see those if it's functioning properly. And again, always check the power button, the power connection. I actually, when I took apart this laptop in a previous sub lesson, I forgot to reconnect the power button. And I plugged it in and it wasn't turning on. And I was like, oh, I thought I was pretty careful with the device. Like, well, got to reopen it again, which takes another 5 minutes because there's a million screws and everything. But that power button was disconnected. And I was like, wow, I can't believe I did that. And it happens. So check the power button if you have to, if you get a no power issue. Let's say the number lock indicator light is on or is causing issues with your system. You might have a numlock light here or over here. And you're going to want to check that because on some laptops, the numlock will cause these letters here to also act as numbers. And we talked about this. You may have to turn the numlock off to get all letters. So you want to watch for that numlock indicator light. That's an issue sometimes when people are typing, they're not getting the right characters on the screen. And no sound from speakers. Well, you want to check if, first of all, you want to check if the sound is on the laptop here. You have your volume buttons and your mute button. And you have your volume buttons here, volume down and volume up on this smartphone. And you can change the volume from within here as well. And don't forget, we said that you have multiple volumes. You have your master volume on most smartphones and tablets, but then if you tap on that, You have individual volumes for different applications. And, you might have that for the laptop as well. You have your mixer. If you click on the sound icon in the notification area, you have your mixer and your different volumes for, say, your browser and different applications you're running, and for the system sounds as well. So you want to check that stuff. See if it's muted on the function keys here, or within the operating system in the notification area, or on screen in your settings area, or just hit your volume buttons here to find out. And then you can troubleshoot further. Maybe the sound device is disabled in the device manager, or possibly there's a loose connection for the speakers inside the laptop.